Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner's social media photos featuring Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been quietly removed.
Harry have been, we say quietly deleted, but the world is talking about it. What's going on?
The morning show is talking.
With Harry and got her picture taken. And I'm just going to be honest, she didn't look good in either of her.
The moment those photos mysteriously vanished, the whole Hollywood gossip world practically caught fire. I mean, nobody, literally nobody, was prepared for what fans discovered within just 24 hours of Kris Jenner's massive 70th birthday bash. The images of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle magically disappeared from both Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner's Instagram accounts. And it wasn't some quiet archiving or some accidental hide button mishap. No, these pictures were wiped clean, like they never even stepped foot into that star-studded James Bond-themed fantasy at Bezos' mansion. And here's what made everybody lose their minds. While every single other celebrity guest stayed proudly plastered across the Kardashian empire, Harry and Meghan's photos were surgically removed as if someone said, "Nope, absolutely not, get rid of them." And the whispers behind the scenes? Oh, they're even juicier. People close to the situation are saying this wasn't some digital tidy-up or some aesthetic feed refresh. This was full-blown damage control, and it left the Sussex brand looking completely rattled. One of the deleted photos showed Harry looking rough, like painfully rough, disheveled, drained, just not the version of him they ever want floating around. And Meghan, she looked awkwardly positioned next to Kim Kardashian, and insiders are calling that moment the most uncomfortable celebrity interaction captured this entire year. The energy was off, the body language was off, everything was just screaming, "Why are they here?"
Did Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian delete the photos of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? Harry and Meghan attended Kris.
But the timing, that's what turned this from a simple PR hiccup into a full-blown global meltdown. While Harry was at a Hollywood party sipping on cocktails and smiling through photo ops, his brother Prince William and father King Charles were in Britain attending Remembrance Day ceremonies. The kind of ceremonies Harry used to attend with deep emotion and respect. The contrast was so brutal that even people who normally defend him went silent. And just to make all of this even more insane, nobody really knew who invited Harry and Meghan in the first place. That mystery alone had people spiraling. What really went down at that mansion was way worse than anyone imagined. The backdrop for this whole chaos? Jeff Bezos' $175 million Beverly Hills mega mansion transformed into a full-blown James Bond wonderland. Every inch of the place screamed luxury. It was the kind of event that only the top 0.0001% of Hollywood ever even hear about, let alone attend. You had casino tables glowing under golden lights, martini bars flowing endlessly, security tighter than Fort Knox, and celebrities gliding through the night like it was a film set,
Including one where the As Ever founder flashes a big smile as she places her hand on Jenner's back. However, the photos with
Bruno Mars was paid several $1,000,000, yes, millions, to perform privately. Beyoncé skipped paparazzi entirely by using her own VIP entrance. Paris Hilton was posing confidently in front of the professional photographers. Everything was sleek, expensive, lavish, pure Hollywood fantasy. Even the catering alone cost more than most people make in a year. The gardens were covered in Bond-themed props worth thousands. Every tiny detail was perfection.
Social media is buzzing after some star-studded photos mysteriously disappeared from Instagram, and they involved none other than Meghan Markle.
And then there were Harry and Meghan, running the paparazzi gauntlet outside like they were random party crashers instead of former working royals. The embarrassment was palpable. Insiders say it instantly exposed exactly where they stand in the Hollywood hierarchy. And the whispers started spreading like wildfire. People were genuinely confused because nobody knew who had brought them. Not even Kris Jenner herself, the queen of controlled guest lists, seemed aware they were coming. Guests started whispering, "Who invited them? Why are they here? Whose plus one are they?" The confusion was so hilarious that some A-listers were literally trying to piece together the mystery like detectives at their own party.
Everything you need to know about the photos of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday that were deleted by Kris Jenner and
Even Kris Jenner, who personally approves every name, every seat, every guest, had no clue why Harry and Meghan appeared. Some thought Oprah invited them, but Oprah's plus one was clearly Gayle King, so that theory died instantly. The awkwardness thickened when organizers realized they didn't know what to do with uninvited former royals. Do you escort them out, pretend everything is fine, offer them a drink and hope they blend in? It created this weird tension that hung in the air all night. Harry and Meghan tried to compensate. Meghan was allegedly pushing hard for photo ops, like she needed proof she belonged there. Harry was handing out business cards like he was networking at a tech event instead of attending the most exclusive party of the decade. When those first images popped up on Kim Kardashian's and Kris Jenner's Instagram feeds, royal watchers instantly gasped because they knew disaster was loading. The pictures revealed things PR teams usually hide at any cost. Harry looked exhausted, messy, almost checked out, with this glazed-over expression nobody had seen on him before. It wasn't the polished prince. It wasn't the soldier. It wasn't the confident Invictus founder. It was a man who looked like he'd either had a long night or was trying way too hard to fit in. Then there was Meghan's infamous moment with Kim Kardashian. The picture was so painfully awkward it practically turned into a case study for body language experts overnight. Meghan was forcing herself into the frame, shoulders tight, smile stiff, eyes wide with that I belong here energy. Meanwhile, Kim stood there like Hollywood royalty in her natural habitat, relaxed, glowing, unbothered. The contrast was brutal.
To go to war with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? Listen, I know if you guys heard. What's up, Tesla Squad? How you doing?
People who were there say Meghan was circulating through the party almost aggressively, approaching photographers, making sure she got captured with the right people. It felt like she was trying to prove something, maybe to Hollywood, maybe to critics, maybe even to herself. And Harry, he was trying to network, handing out business cards like this was a startup mixer rather than Jeff Bezos's ultra-exclusive event. It gave off the vibe of someone trying desperately to find a footing in a world that didn't quite want to claim him. Once those photos were blasted onto Instagram, Meghan reportedly panicked instantly. She knew the angles were unflattering, the timing was terrible, and the vibes were off. Harry realized something even worse. The internet was already comparing him to Prince William at Remembrance Day ceremonies happening that same day, and it didn't help that Harry was photographed at the party with a cocktail in one hand and a Remembrance Day poppy pinned to his suit, the symbol that represents honoring military sacrifice, a poppy at a Kardashian birthday party. The optics were catastrophic. People who knew Harry during his service years were disappointed. Veterans felt let down. Even fans struggled to answer the obvious question. Why was Harry partying in Hollywood while William and King Charles were honoring fallen soldiers back home? This wasn't a random weekend. This was the weekend that mattered most to the military community, especially for a man whose whole identity once revolved around service, duty, and sacrifice. Seeing him in that condition at a celebrity bash, on a weekend he once took so seriously, shook people who'd always defended him. The military community felt hurt. They remembered Harry as someone who walked alongside them, someone who understood what Remembrance Day meant. But now, he looked like a man who had chosen VIP photo ops over honoring those who served. And when the photos spread next to images of William and Charles laying wreaths, the internet didn't hold back. The side-by-sides were everywhere. One brother honoring the fallen, the other raising champagne glasses under a crystal chandelier. And Meghan wasn't handling the situation much better. Insiders say she was furious. Not about Remembrance Day, but about how she looked in the pictures. She hated the angle, she hated the lighting, and the moment with Kim Kardashian drove her up the wall. It exposed the one thing she's always tried to hide, that she still doesn't fully fit into elite Hollywood circles. And then things took a sharp turn inside their Montecito home. Harry was worried about the military backlash. Meghan was enraged about the unflattering shots. They had totally different priorities, totally different fears, and totally different reactions. It led to heated conversations about how to fix this before the media storm exploded. Meghan allegedly went into full control mode. She reached out to the Kardashians almost immediately after the pictures were posted, demanding removal. Not requesting, demanding. People described her tone as if she still expected royal-level treatment, forgetting that in Hollywood, status isn't inherited, it's earned. Harry tried a softer approach, but his excuse backfired horribly. He told them the photos could be seen as disrespectful because of Remembrance Day, and the immediate response people had was, then why were you at the party in the first place? And that's when the Kardashian family decided, no, they weren't taking orders. They weren't dealing with the drama. They deleted the photos and quietly cut the cord. The moment Kim and Kris deleted those photos, Hollywood insiders said it was like a silent siren went off across the industry. Everyone knew something serious had gone down behind the scenes because the Kardashians never delete photos unless there's a reason. And this reason? Oh, it was loud without a single word being spoken. It was their way of saying, we don't owe you anything and we don't play by your rules. And that's where things got even more humiliating for Harry and Meghan. People close to the Kardashians said Kris Jenner was offended. Deeply. Not because of the photos themselves, but because Meghan tried telling her what she could or couldn't post on her own platform. Kris Jenner, the woman who built a billion-dollar empire from scratch, being told what to do by two people who weren't even officially on the guest list? That didn't sit well at all. Kris doesn't take orders from brands, let alone from guests who arrived surrounded by confusion. Kim's reaction was reportedly even harsher. She felt Meghan's demands were entitled and tone-deaf. Kim is one of the most powerful women in media. She's worked with presidents, built businesses worth hundreds of millions, and survived scandals that would destroy most celebrities. The idea that Meghan believed she had the authority to approve Kim's posts? That crossed a line. Kim's attitude was clear. This is our world. You don't run anything here. And in Hollywood, disrespecting the Kardashians isn't just a personal insult. It's a professional catastrophe. Their network runs through makeup brands, reality TV, streaming deals, luxury fashion houses, elite PR agencies, business titans, and the entire influencer landscape. When they turn cold, a whole ecosystem turns cold with them. Suddenly people start saying, let's not complicate our event, or maybe we shouldn't invite them this time, or we don't need the drama. It's subtle, but deadly. Sources say that after the removal, conversations started happening quietly among producers, event organizers, stylists, and PR teams. No big statements, no loud declarations, just small, powerful decisions being made behind closed doors. Decisions like, let's skip them, not worth the risk, too many demands, too much fallout. Meanwhile, inside Montecito, things were spiraling. Harry was stressing over the Remembrance Day backlash, realizing how damaging those comparisons to his brother were becoming. Meghan, on the other hand, couldn't stop focusing on how she looked in the pictures. The angle, the expressions, her position next to Kim. Her entire brand depends on image, perfection, effortless glamour, and now the most viewed party photos of the weekend were showing the exact opposite. The couple had completely different battles happening in their heads, but both were losing them. And here's where the worst blow landed. People who used to defend them started going quiet. No more supportive posts. No more enthusiastic comments from celebrities. No more industry friends stepping in to soften the blow. That silence was louder than any headline. The Kardashians cutting them off didn't just delete a photo. It deleted an opportunity, a connection, a doorway into the circles they desperately wanted to enter. It was a reminder that Hollywood doesn't bend for anyone. You earn your place or you don't get one at all. And in that single moment, Harry and Meghan learned that the world they thought would embrace them didn't want the complications they brought, not anymore.